But how do you hear this engine talking? I guess like this V4, because it has both bottom and top. Even the gear ratios match the track.
What?
Even the gear ratios fit perfectly here. It's a very beefy engine.
Hi, this is Bula.
Hi, I'm Andres.
I don't know how this movie will end. I don't know if I'm now recording the part for the city section, but I feel so satisfied with today's day, with the Triumph Speed Triple RR on the track, that I don't even know if I need to shoot any more footage.
Listen, today we rode this motorcycle.
I'm enchanted.
And yeah, it's really good. Listen, we got on this particular thing, which by the way, I immediately liked visually. It was quite appealing.
But it's strange.
It's strange, but it's cool because it's so unconventional. And I like that fairing, and it's kind of a cafe racer a bit. But listen, this is, you'll ride it to grab a coffee, and then you'll go out with the guys, and all the girls will be yours because
Guys,
you'll be first
at a track day, on a bike with a headlight,
everywhere.
yeah, everywhere.
No, not in the city, because my Multistrada will be first there.
Right.
But once you get out of the city or onto the track, that Triumph will be first. Listen, it's honestly quite amazing how this motorcycle truly rides, how it effortlessly corners, and how incredibly flexible and adaptable it is in every situation.
And how it is on the photo,
And the gear ratios fit the track.
everything.
You will barely need to change anything at all here. Listen, we went out on these are regular store-bought tires, right?
These are stock factory-fitted Pirelli Supercorsa SPs, which are, yes, really very close to track tires. Supposedly, it's an SC3 compound.
But they're still street legal.
Yeah, still street legal.
So if you get pulled over, they won't take your registration away.
We officially call these street tires, and let me add right away that these are worn street tires because I had to flip them this morning since they were already pretty much done. Yeah, someone had already ridden this motorcycle on the track. On a worn street tire, Mr. Bobokovsky, kick 42 perhaps, then I wonder?
Something like that. I know that from you.
And I did 44.0. And honestly, that was just in 2 sessions because it was raining, then drying up, and there was even a race today. The best time was 38, which shows what kind of lap times people were doing today.
Yeah.
First of all,
To sum up, listen, if we had taken this motorcycle to the last round of the Polish Championship, we wouldn't have been far from the podium.
on slicks, all you need to do here is put on slicks.
Definitely on slicks.
Yes.
On slicks,
Here is the semi-active suspension. We just clicked it on the computer level because you can also increase the spring preload here, which would probably make a difference as well. Preload at the front, but we just clicked for more support on braking, more support, a stiffer fork, a stiffer rear, a bit of click, but just by eye, not really. And here
I don't know.
no, we did it together.
Andrzej sets it up, I ride.
Yeah. So it was set up totally randomly. Suddenly it turns out that you get on this motorcycle, you're happy, and you don't want anything more from it at all. Nothing. You don't want anything more. There's really nothing to improve here. Turning it on and off was a bit annoying.
Yeah, that little switch is designed kind of weird. And there's one more flaw, there's this,
A nub,
a nub. It's more like a little nipple.
a teeth,
No, a nipple.
a teeth.
Oh, a nub is in a cartoon, this is a nipple. Just a little cursor thing there.
Yeah, for the menu.
And we found a flaw with this one. Because if you wash this motorcycle, water will probably get in there.
In winter.
When it freezes, you won't be able to switch those options.
This is a practical tip from Uncle Bua, who, in case you didn't know, is not only a multiple Polish racing champion, but also an experienced motorcycle tourist and road bike user. And the fact that this motorcycle, listen, looks like this. On the road, well, I don't know, it won't be the most comfortable in the world because it just can't be in this position. But for example, on the track, not long ago, the instructors from Speed, they took this motorcycle to lead the group. He says, wow, it's so comfortable.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it's comfortable. This engine, it's got mid-range because the low end, well, the low end is, let's not exaggerate, but it's got mid-range. At the top end, it's really powerful. It's got 180, it always goes. It has 180 horsepower, and when you slam on the brakes, it stops. and the ABS doesn't interfere at all. You slam on it for show-offs, and just because you can.
Listen, the little lever is kind of a story in itself. You can adjust the distance from the grip and the sensitivity too.
So you can make the brake either softer or firmer, as you prefer.
And there's even a bleeder nipple.
So you can run a little cable here, you know, for racing, and you can adjust the lever on the fly.
But there's really no need to adjust it. It stays in the same place. It's always the same thing happening.
You set the lever closed, that's how I ride. And you know, that's usually how it's set up. Exactly, but you always set the lever a bit farther out so you don't run out of brake at the end of the session. It stays just as you set it. Awesome. That's just how it rolls. That motorcycle gave me incredible pleasure. It just bites in, leans over, and shakes itself a bit. Simply.
If it weren't for your damn contraption down here, I wouldn't see the display.
So we got a bit of a problem because the GoPro was there and we couldn't see the revs.
Unrigged as usual, had to handle the gadgets and everything was new.
Well, we've just got to earn a living somehow, you know, Boa?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're right about that.
I wrote you on WhatsApp, didn't I, actually?
The throttle response is truly amazing.
Sweet.
Listen,
Is it possible?
if you forget to downshift, it's not a big ouch. Because it just goes. Because it just goes, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
The gearbox,
What are we even going to talk about? There's really nothing to discuss here.
we were saying that it's hard to find a downside, really. In my opinion, it could use more RAM. Do you know what RAM is? It has one frame.
It has a single aluminum frame, which looks a bit like a rescue frame, but it's aluminum.
Is it made of aluminum?
Yes, it's aluminum.
He painted it,
Yes.
but you can't paint it.
Well, turns out you can.
The Brits know how to do it.
But I think the computer could use more RAM because when you turn on the menus and click through them, it works pretty slowly, and I feel like it often responds a bit sluggishly to that.
I might not know that either, because I didn't click through it myself.
Exactly, and that's just looking for a downside for the sake of it. And now, attention, in my opinion, this motorcycle could totally cannibalize the regular speed triple. I don't know why they made it, to dethrone, I mean, to significantly damage the public image of the very own maker. Because listen to this, you don't know this yet. I rode the speed triple on the street and I said that the speed triple has been ruined because this is a completely new engine. It has 3 cylinders, yes. It has 3 cylinders in line, just like the previous speed triple, but everything inside has been changed. It's much more powerful, actually 180 horsepower. If we had prepared for this, we would know how much torque it has and how much it weighs. But that's what the magazine is for, to write all that down.
Yes.
But riding the speed triple, I thought, damn, to ruin the speed triple, because the speed triple used to be like, you know, from the bottom, ooh, and it would just go. And suddenly the speed triple has no low end and it revs up incredibly fast. It's extremely aggressive. It just wants to go really quickly. It's the same engine, it's the same base, but here, when we were riding it on the track, it didn't bother us at all that it just wanted to go.
Number. And listen, that's not all. Yeah, I was just chatting with Andrzej and we were wondering about the racing regulations, because I think with 3 cylinders in stock or superbike classes, you need to have 1100 cc, right?
Actually, no. I think in stock you can have 1,000 or no, sorry, not in stock. I could, no. In Rookie you could ride this motorcycle with 1,000. I could ride it, but you can't.
I can't.
But I could ride this motorcycle in Rookie 1000.
And that's an idea. And that's a motorcycle that could win. Listen, with just a few modifications, you could really race this motorcycle and have a ton of fun and actually get a really good result. Should we reveal our plans for September?
Do we even have plans? Or do we? I mean, in general, we can reveal them. I'm already really good at not following through on plans I've promised the viewers.
Then let's talk about the ones for next year too.
Let's talk about the ones for next year, but this year I would know, I won't say everything yet, but I would turn it into a kind of dark hunter, dark horse. I don't know what it's called exactly.
Oh,
You know, like
the test?
a test, something that we could potentially do at the little event.
Something really bold. What did you like last year? And
That was already 2 years ago.
2? Oh wow.
Every time we talk about that test, yeah, he's already started to go gray. Back to the topic. Triumph, look at how it's made. Honestly, you know, with all those brands, all those amazing Ducatis, it's nice to transport them. And this Triumph, quietly, just keeps making this motorcycle. And listen, that's nothing. I was riding this motorcycle in Group B today, and I was following a Triumph Street 765. I'm watching, damn, look at that guy go, right? And
The build quality, everything is really top notch. This isn't some cheap Chinese stuff or even how to call it Japanese, because with that it can be hit or miss.
look at this carbon, even here, this subframe here, this carbon IGES, it's a cover on an aluminum subframe, but it's made so that it...
There are nice little touches. There are. but everything truly works quite smoothly. The only thing is, honestly, I really don't know if it was entirely my mistake, you know? A few times I over-revved the engine because I couldn't get it into sixth gear on the straight.
Yeah?
Maybe I didn't fully release my foot out of excitement because, of course, you don't even need to mention that there's a quick shifter, downshifter, traction control.
Wheelie control?
Settings that Andrzej always gets excited about.
A lot with the suspension too. Basically everything you can imagine.
You could spend several evenings on it.
But talk about the front end, because you notice it right away, and here we are just chatting. Just like emotions take over and you talk about everything and nothing but say something about the front end.
What's important?
Yes, exactly.
Listen, this motorcycle just carves through corners. That Sloveniak, which is usually a ball and chain, and most people spend half their life practicing that corner and still never have any fun, with this motorcycle you can really dive into the Sloveniak like you're riding a 125cc. The precision at the front and the way this motorcycle turns and holds its line is incredible.
It feels soft, but at the same time, somehow it just goes in.
Super precisely.
Yes.
The only thing I'm just saying, it's a lot of fun, but maybe not the best friend of fast riding is that using the rear brake is a bit tricky. This motorcycle very quickly picks out the rear end.
Which actually suits me, because I'm responsible for showing off.
It's great for showing off. But when you actually want to break into a corner in that other sense instantly, which once resulted in me exploring the nearby shoulder but on two wheels. So I managed to pull it off. But the front end handling, truly amazing. It is genuinely worthy of being considered among the very best sports bikes available today.
And I'd like to say that this motorcycle is very cheap.
How much?
I don't know,
So it's cheap.
about 100,000.
Zlotys.
And I talked to Rufy. I asked him, how much did you pay for the BMW? He said 80 something. I said, see, that's cheap, Stan, but it's nice.
Yeah, but 10 BMWs will inevitably show up for coffee, and with the Triumph, it will be much better. There'll be just one. And most importantly, you'll probably easily beat it, unless you get onto a very long straight or...
With this motorcycle, that's what's important. I've already written about this now in the Kawasaki ZX 10R test, about expectations. When you have expectations towards a motorcycle, you start nitpicking, but this is another bike, just like the MV Agusta Brutale RS, that I take to the track and I don't have any expectations for it, because it's the kind of motorcycle that doesn't have to perform brilliantly on the track. You look at it and you say, oh, it's supposed to look good, it can be fast, it has 180 horsepower, but it doesn't have to set any amazing lap times because its job is to be a little gem. But then you take it to the track today and your jaw just drops to the floor.
Yeah, that's true, because we also tested another motorcycle today, one that I had really high expectations for, but maybe that's because
you simply didn't know. No, because you truly didn't know. Perhaps it's because it only possesses half the engine you originally expected.
yeah, it's got half an engine, and I think that was my mistake. But here, honestly, I thought these were actually competing machines. When you told me this one has a 180 horsepower,
No, I'm optimizing the times, but really, tell me when I told you, because of course I did let you know earlier. I let you know a day before, not on the day of.
Yeah, listen, Andrzej is making progress, because this time he let me know about 10 times earlier than last time that he would...
10 hours?
No, actually when measured in hours, it ultimately turned out to be exactly 14.
I let you know 14 hours in advance there was a motorcycle to test.
And last time he gave me 3 hours, so this time he was 4 times faster.
And I sent you a picture of that motorcycle. And what did you think? What expectations did I have towards the motorcycle? Ah, right.
No. Wait, let me go back. Actually, no. I saw it and honestly, I thought it looked nice.
It looks nice, then what? How was its ride? And did you think you'd have a day like, I showed up with a nice bike, or did you think you'd really tear it up here?
Yeah, I said there are 2 of those 700S or something, because we didn't reveal what engine sizes they were. I didn't read it, and I said some 700S, okay, they'd probably be pretty cool. So I showed up, and when it turned out that these were bikes from a completely different story, I was a bit disappointed. Because it's better to ride the same motorcycles and compare them. You know, short braking on the track, getting a feel for this bike. Here we have 2 motorcycles that were totally from a different world. You had to switch your mindset instantly.
I didn't want you to ride that one. That didn't matter. It wasn't that one I wanted you to ride, but I have to apologize to all the viewers. Because we changed clothes. Because we had to wait. You know how things go at Poznan, various things happen, which I'm not criticizing, but I changed and didn't get a chance to ride that motorcycle on the rear wheel, which I know a lot of potential customers are interested in, but I think it's coming.
It should be doable. It should definitely be doable in one day.
Not necessarily, because this engine is very light. It turns so easily. Did you notice how easily it changed direction?
Because it's 3-cylinder, right?
And I think its engine components are really light, so it doesn't necessarily have to go up from the clutch, but I think it can from the throttle. And I think it might be the kind of bike that pops really the 200, not 70 kilometers per hour. And things like that. So to satisfy your craving for clowning around, I went 10 times harder.
The flap.
I'll have to give you a hint about what the next video will be, or maybe it's already been made. Probably neither was first, doesn't matter. By the way, what kind of motorcycle did you ride that has half an engine?
Yamaha R7.
Why did you give it away? The picture was supposed to reveal that.
It was an R7. Check it out without the picture.
If only. I mean, I don't like to make myself look incompetent, because often people like to do that on purpose. Or sometimes I accidentally make myself look incompetent. But what turns out to be not so easy with this motorcycle is opening the rear seats, because everything here is proximity based. You know, it's automatic seat, opens up, and we spent a really long time clicking on this seat. Why isn't it responding? This is stupid.
You see, it's BMW keyless, right?
Yeah, keyless seat opening feature.
Keyless, we turn off the ignition.
Here we simply click, click.
Who has the key? You do.
I don't know. And that's exactly the problem. Oh, there it is. Lock steering.
Yes. And we thought it was like with the fuel cap that you just turn it off.
Here you lift it up.
You can open the fuel cap.
And here you just click and open it. But here it's half an hour of messing around. And here the seat is wet.
But there's probably no step there, like on almost every motorcycle.
All right, I was joking when I said this motorcycle is cheap. I don't know. Honestly, that was a terrible joke, but I think this motorcycle is really worth.
Gross.
It's really worth its price, in my opinion. Because a lot of motorcycles nowadays cost 100,000 zlotys. I'm not sure if this one costs 100,000 zlotys. Check for yourselves.
At this point, it's probably a matter of the brand's prestige. Because if we take Japan, which is generally considered to be fairly affordable, and we take Ducati, which
Is expensive by default.
is expensive by default, but equipped with some branded components. Well, here we also have branded components.
Sorry, but if you look closely at the intricate details here, honestly, it absolutely outshines the Ducati.
It's perfect.
And do you know why? Because this is an aspiring premium brand. For the past 3 or 4 years, I can't remember, exact Triumph decided, hey, now we're going to be a premium brand, and now they have to beat all the other premium brands in terms of quality.
So that they become,
So that they become premium, so that people get that idea in their heads. So in 10 years, these Triumphs will be much more expensive. Maybe in 5, or even in a year. And right now, there's still a chance to get Triumphs. Yeah, my friend bought one too, but they're already obviously expensive.
Listen, our mutual friend, my former teammate, two-time Marko Jerman, the Slovenian, is the Triumph representative in Slovenia.
Two-time Marko Jerman.
Two-time Marko Jerman. And Marko says she certainly knows a thing or two about motorcycles, that's for sure.
Yeah,
He knows something, right?
yeah. He has a service shop too.
Yes, he has a service shop here. So he says these are currently the best motorcycles on the market. And honestly, looking at it, I thought, okay, let him talk, he's selling them. Well, everyone praises their own.
Yeah, yeah.
But riding this motorcycle well, I hadn't even gotten on it yet, just looking at how it's made, really. I said to Andrzej, hey, did you change the levers here? He said, no, they're original. I said, no way, that's impossible. And really, this motorcycle not only has a bunch of cool components packed in, but everything works and it's all top-notch. And it's top-notch. We recommend it.
Too bad it's too fast for the street. Terribly fast.
I recently applied it to myself, personally, and found it to be quite effective.
Yes?
Yes,
And it tells you in Cardo, it tells you like this?
yes. In Cardo, you pack it there and it was great. Well, we can greet the policeman as we pass. Hello,
Uncle Bull recommends.
Uncle Bull.
Uncle Bull recommends. Exactly. We need to bring the young one along as a reviewer sometime.
Get ready, kid.
Yeah. Get ready, kid.
Yeah,
Greetings.
it's me, Andrzej.
It's me, Bull. I'd like to be Bull.
I wouldn't fucking want to be Andrzej.